Welcome to Red, White, and Bethune. We are Jen,
Kyle,
Ben,
Molly, Eli,
and we travel with our 4 dogs in our 1983 Silver Eagle bus. Come along as we show you America through our lens. All right, please be the turbo. Please be the turbo.
That's all I can get you.
Is it the turbo?
Time for you? No. I'm good. I appreciate it. I'm good.
Woo! You excited?
I guess.
It's here! The turbo's here!
Yay, the turbo finally arrived. There's our valve cover gaskets we had to replace because it was leaking oil pretty good. Scott just checking over the turbo, making sure we received all the gaskets and that it was the right turbo. It took us a while to get this thing. We were expecting it in 4 days. It took a week and a half. But nonetheless, we ended up getting the right part, which was very important. I'm going to start cleaning up part of the exhaust pipe that pipes into the turbo. It had a lot of corrosion because it gets a lot of heat in there. And wasn't fit very well when we took the other one off, so we wanted to make sure we cleaned it up well. Scott cleaning off the old gasket off of the oil line that goes into the turbo. These guys are so thorough. They really know what they're doing. And it was really nice to have a peace of mind dealing with people that this is what they do. They know buses. They know these old 2-stroke diesels. And they really knew what they were doing. It went on without a hitch, and super pleased with everything. With Tyler just going through here, making sure everything's tightened up, making sure everything's aligned the way it's supposed to be. Again, it just was a seamless process. We threw it on, it was a little less than 2 hours, making sure everything was good to go, and we got the finished product.
Today we're going into Franklin, Tennessee. As you guys saw last week, our turbo was delayed. So we're in Franklin waiting to work on that. Or we're where we are, but we're in Franklin. We are just coming to look around and hang out and see what we can find. Kyle found us a restaurant that is actually 5 stars with 500 reviews. 5 stars with 500 reviews. That's like unheard of on Yelp. So we've got to try it out. We're going to bring you guys along with us today. And yeah, let's go. Welcome to Franklin, Tennessee, where all the tour buses are. Look at this. Oh, Kyle's like in heaven right now looking at all these buses. What do you think? Are you in heaven?
Get out what you're putting in. All your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with a wedding ring?
are never gonna guess what we're doing right now. We are driving around Franklin, Tennessee to try and find Miley Cyrus's house because Molly wants to see where she lives. So Facebook stalker over here on to my left, Kyle, looked up where her house sort of is. Hate to update y'all with this, but we did not find Miley's house. We tried. We had a really good day today.
Yeah, Franklin's a beautiful little town. Let's see a little Civil War stuff. So it was a good day. Good to get out of the bus for.
We saved a couple. There was some QR codes around the battlefield, and we saved those web pages so we could really read them later when we get home. A really nice time in this little area in downtown Franklin. Super cute. But now, where are we going, babe? Back to the bus. Kyle's got to do some grocery shopping. It's just easier if we go back to the bus and Kyle goes out and does it by himself. So we're back. Molly's eating. We had like a lazy scavenge for food night. Eli's got a grilled cheese. I got me a gluten-free donut.
I'm ready to get on out of here.
Fingers crossed. All right, let's eat.
She looks pretty installed to me. Yep. See what it'll do now.
We were gonna do this whole thing where we had a cute camera angle and it was really like scenic and cool. Unfortunately, we're not gonna do that because I gotta help Kyle on the test drive. So let's get on the test drive. We're on the test drive. What are we measuring?
We need to see what kind of boost we're getting.
Are we gonna make it back up the hill?
Why wouldn't we?
I don't know, it's wet.
Yeah, it was firm.
Okay. It is actually super moist in here, and so we can't see too much, but Kyle's got the turbo going. Oh wow, the gauge is going really high. Well, the turbo right there is up to 14. Holy guacamole! So the boost being high is a good thing, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we've never gotten that much before, so.
Cool, so now we just need to turn around and go back up the hill, right?
Yep.
So did you guys like that shot? Really hope you did. Because I had to put the camera down and then run up halfway up the hill and get the other shot. So now I'm actually walking down the hill to pick up the camera. See the breath? It's freaking cold. And I can assure you guys that this hill, I know you guys have seen it in the past couple of videos, the bus going up it. I can assure you from my personal walking experience currently that this hill is a lot steeper than what video makes it, you know? The ground is super slippery because of all of the nasty weather we've been having. So Scott went and got a rock so that way he could put it in front of the front tire so that way Kyle can actually get some traction and be able to back up into this spot right here. You know, guys, I gotta tell you something. When he parks that baby like that, I think that's pretty sexy. Well, we were ready to go, but we are trying to figure out the toad situation. As many of you know, we've been having issues with our toad and connecting, and the kids are saying, get mom. So right now we're trying to get that connected so that way we don't have to drive separately again. So here's to hoping. Me and Eli are in the car. We have loaded up. Yeah, we're gonna have to drive separately. We could not get the lights to work, which means that I'm driving, Kyle's driving, but we're only going about 34 miles away. So it won't be terrible, but it ain't gonna be fun. We need to get there. We're breaking a cardinal rule by arriving at campgrounds late, and that's a big no-no in our books. But tomorrow is supposed to be really nasty outside, so we wanted to get there now because we can. Once we get there, we'll update you guys on the status of everything. So bear with us and let's roll. All right, guys, I am sorry for the poor video quality.
Route recalc.
but I wanted to hop in here because we're almost to the campground and we come across a low clearance bridge right before the freaking campground. So what that means is that Kyle had to do a 3-point turn in the dark, and now we are trying to find a new route to get to that road. So Kyle did a 3-point turn in the dark, and I know this is not the best quality, y'all, but I wanted to kind of pop in and show you what's going on as best that I could. So now we're gonna go down this other road and hope that we can get to the campground from there. How's it going? How you feeling?
That was a rough one. That was the most white knuckle drive we've driven to date. I couldn't see because the stupid windows are fogged up. It's just so cold and it just was rough. It was foggy outside and it was dusk. It was just that was a rough drive. And then we got all the way here within like 500 feet of the place, and there's an 11-foot clearance underpass. And obviously I'm taller than 11 foot. So we had to do a turn and drive like 10 miles back the other direction and go a different way. So 1,000 trails, they lay their parks out. They're so massive. It's just not been a great night. There's a reason we have a rule: don't come in after dark, and we need to learn to stick by that one.
We broke that rule. All right, well, let's get the kids some food.
Cold.
Once again, we are at a park with no Wi-Fi. So, we're breaking out the Golden Girls. We are exhausted. I don't know if we're going to stay here. We're going to see what the campground looks like tomorrow, but we have no phone service. We have no Wi-Fi. The good thing, all of our things got scheduled to YouTube early. That's what we're looking at tonight, and the kids are finally asleep. Just one of those days, like we were driving, how many miles? Like 34 miles. It was just a night. It was a night. So we're gonna go to bed and hope that it turns out better in the morning. Oh, Wheezy, what do you think of this place? Do you have a preference? Night, guys.